national championship. The Florida Gators have won the Southeastern Conference Championship. GatorZone is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators.
Well, hello, Gator Nation. Welcome to another episode of GatorZone alongside Megan Parler. Jeff Cardozo here with you. Still a little strange because we are in the heart of campus and obviously there's not much going on, but the seasons are starting to turn. It's feeling a little more like fall, and I guess it feels like fall because there's sports going on.
Yeah, Jeff, and we're welcoming our final fall sport back into the mix here, volleyball. Now that it's October, it's time for some volleyball. They'll play 8 matches, 8 SEC matches, 4 home, 4 away. So we're looking forward to some action in the O-Dome.
And that means we get to see Holly Carlton for one final time. The senior has been really good in her time here as a Gator. And Megan, I think the best part is you see her on the right side, you see her set, and really versatile player.
Yeah, Jeff, so dynamic. And we're looking forward to seeing the last little bit of Holly Carlton. So here's her story. When your dad played college basketball and you have the height, you give it a try when you were younger.
For 1 year in 4th grade, I played on our elementary school's rec league, and we were the key lime pies, plural, not just one key lime pie, but multiple key lime pies. And I was not a big fan of a contact sport, so I decided to stick with softball and swimming, which I was doing at that point, and then started playing volleyball in 5th grade.
Obviously, the less contact sport worked out really well for Holly Carlton, and she stayed close to home and started her college career at UNC. When she decided to transfer, her ultimate dream school was back on the table.
Getting back in contact with the program and then coming on a visit, I just saw so many attributes that I liked, and one of the biggest parts was the system that's run here, just being able to be a student of the game, learn a ton about how to grow my offensive game and run a team defense in a really high IQ way, so that's what drew me to this program.
Holly's relationship with Florida setter Marley Montsere has grown over the last couple of years, as Carlton can give Marley some insight most other hitters cannot.
I haven't played a huge setting role here since I've been at Florida. That's been mostly Marley's role, but I think the two of us have really been able to connect because now as her hitter, I'm able to give her better feedback and better insight because I was a setter in my past life and have experienced the same struggles and adversity as her. So I think just being able to share those experiences has really bonded us.
Being able to set her and knowing that she has been through what I've been through was just like so helpful, and granted she doesn't set all the time on the court. The best feedback and that just like came more and more with our relationship growing.
The respect Montsere has for Carlton shows in her admiration of what she can do on the court and in the way she does it.
Is so attributed to her work ethic. She comes in with me before practice and sets, and she doesn't really have to do that. I mean, she has a good touch on the ball and she knows that she wants to be hitting, but I think just her work ethic, whether she's hitting or setting or serving or playing defense, she wants to be the best version of herself, and that's just so inspirational. She'll go a whole practice with not setting one ball, and then they'll be like, okay, Holly, go set the other side. If I had to do that, I don't even know what would happen. Like not setting any balls and then being like, okay, I'm gonna go set 6 rotations on the other side of the net. She is just always willing to do what anyone asks of her, and that is just the best part.
And the easygoing and calm demeanor Holly exudes on the court, well, that wasn't always the case.
In my first few years of my career, I would get pretty flustered and just anxious before games, but I think as my faith has grown throughout my career, I've just gained a lot of insight and perspective about what really matters. So I think having my hope in something eternal and something that's steady and never changing in my relationship with the Lord has just helped me to be able to take volleyball for what it is and just really enjoy it and focus on building those relationships with my teammates.
And those relationships she has built are strong, and her leadership style has helped others grow.
She kind of taught me just to be like super patient with it, because she knows I can get like very flustered, and I think I've grown through that because she's been there to like talk me through things, or if I'm struggling with something, she's the person that I'm like, hey, like I'm really struggling with this, will you help me? And she's just always open to listen to what I have to say and what I'm struggling with. And she could have the worst game, the worst practice of her whole entire life, but then she'll ask me how I'm doing and how my practice went and how I felt about how I was setting. And that's just like so awesome.
Carlton's knowledge of the game, her teammates, and herself has helped her to see the positives in it all.
I think my favorite part about the game is that I haven't seen a player who's plateaued. Like, there's always something that you can change and something that you can get better at. So being able to wake up and come into practice every morning knowing I can improve on this, or I can change this, or I can learn more about that has been really inspirational in just how I want to grow as a person and a player, and being able to always keep improving myself.
Holly's improvement has shown in her willingness to do it all in a Gator uniform for the final time, while always being eager to learn. Well, Jeff, I'm excited the Virginia native and North Carolina transfer decided to be a Gator.
Yes, we are really excited about that, and really excited about our next segment. We've got mics on, but we also found a softball player and a football player. Threw some mics on them, and they're going to spill the beans on how fun it is at practice.
GatorZone is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators, and by Gatorade Thirst Quencher, the proven sports fuel.
Well, as you can hear the beautiful sounds of Century Tower, the bells ringing, and it's such a great staple on the University of Florida campus.
It certainly is. And speaking about ringing some bells, what about Ventrell Miller the first couple weeks of the football season? 15 tackles in week 1, so opposing offensive players are getting their bell rung. Let's see Ventrell getting after it in practice.
It's too hot for him today. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, baby? Oh, nah. Hello, hello, hello. Talk to the people, no. It's his birthday today. I'm finna be hitting them all day. Damn. And yeah, that's basically all. Right, 20, 20, 1, 2. You can't block me. I'm waiting on you to come across the middle. Going straight back. This way. Oh, we going back. Oh, my bad, yeah. For sure, for sure. Gonna work you a little bit, Si.
Pancakes or waffles?
I think I done grew to like waffles more, bro. Hey, let go, James. Let go, move. Hey, Bernie, that was the play right. Hey, Bernie, that was the play right there. Told you, boy.
Nah,
yeah, he caught me, y'all.
Right now.
He caught me, y'all.
He's looking at us right now.
What you gotta say to the people now? For sure, now, for sure. I mean, hold on. What we got? You got no tight end? Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Hannah. Hey, let's go, D. Let's go, D. Yes, sir. Oh! Yes, sir. Oh, give him a look.
Came out. Now you want control coming out.
Gotcha. For sure. I got you now. I'm with you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Oh! Yes, sir. You weren't having it, huh, Bernie? Not on little Bernie. Not on Bernie. Stop playing, boy. Stop playing with that boy. Yeah, I ain't trying to hear it. Hey, what you doing back there? What you doing back there, Coach? Get open, Zip. Running back, don't catch nothing, Coach.
Well, you can hear how vocal Ventrell has been. Say that fast 3 times. Vocal Ventrell has been really fantastic, but obviously really good on the field, but he's a leader. Now that David Reese is gone, that middle linebacker spot, he has come in, taken over, and done a really nice job.
Yeah, Ventrell, a junior. We have a junior on the softball team doing big things. Charla Echols, she started all 27 games last year, obviously. Due to COVID, the season was cut a little short, but as a sophomore, she was great on that hot corner, third base, and let's see how she's getting after it at practice.
What? Is it lighting up? I literally just asked if it's lighting up. It truly is past my bedtime. Don't be scared, you know, if you mess up, well, I'll run for it. If I was not in this line last year, I definitely was not in Jay's line. I am so sorry. Coach Ron got a fresh cut today. How many haircuts is that for him this week? That's like 3 haircuts for him in a week. Has to be like his 3rd haircut of the week. You getting on a haircut today? That's like number 2 for the week. 2 for the but 2 this week.
1, 2, 3.
All right. I know. Quarterbacks with Amanda. Can't wait. Quarterbacks with the Amanda Lorenz. What else can we ask for? Amanda, Sarah's talking crap about your QBs. Come on. Ooh, getting stretched out. Thanks, Amanda. Why is it 80 degrees and the sun is down? Why am I sweating profusely? It is so hot right now. I'm sweating. Is that how you say that word, profusely?
Profusely?
Yeah, profusely.
It sounded like you said profusely.
That's what I said the first time. Who's gonna mess it up first? Oh! Ball, 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 ball. Ball. I thought about sacrificing my body for that last ball, but nah. I had you. Yeah. I got you. So fast, Mia. You are. Look at you. Speed demon. Oh, I forgot who was running. You're fast. Keep going. She going. I'm scoring on that hit right there. On that little booper. And I got a good read. I'm not scoring that. You hit him hard, so I don't care. Thank you, Charlie. That's 2. Dadgum. Oh my God. I was about to say, she better not catch that. Whoa. I got it. It's all right. It's wet. Conditions. Don't. Come on.
It's
Wet. Got your back. Got your back. Can you?
That's right, guys. That's right.
Well, I'm sure Charla and the rest of the softball team really excited to get back going again here in the fall. And we're just excited to see her because she hits in the middle of the order, hit .417 last year. Megan, I wouldn't want to face her.
Me neither. But, Jeff, we got to get to our next break here on GatorZone. When we come back, we'll talk a little soccer and cross country.
GatorZone is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators, and by Gatorade Thirst Quencher, the proven sports fuel.
Hey everybody, welcome back to GatorZone. Megan and Jeff here right in the heart of campus. And campus is obviously beautiful, and one of the favorite things back in the day I got to do was at least get away from the field and run throughout campus. It was long, I was huffing and puffing, didn't like the running, but the scenery was certainly good.
The views were worth it. Now, some athletes, Jeff, actually do enjoy running. We got our cross-country athletes that do it every morning.
True.
They're the best of the best. And we talked last episode about how they are the first fall team to kind of kick off the 2020 season. So here's how excited they were to be the first.
COVID has really changed a lot of different things. We have to go through a lot of different procedures before practice.
Wearing a mask and stuff to practice and having to get screened and everything.
So when we get to practice, we have to be masked up at any point in time that we are not physically running. So drills, masks on, stretching, masks on.
With all the circumstances, the team dynamic is different.
I feel like the morale is just a little bit different, but I feel like everyone's super excited. But at the same time, you got to be careful and respect the guidelines, respect the coach's decisions, stuff like that, to keep everyone safe so that we can't have a season.
I think it's just going to be really important to try to still keep a good team dynamic, even though we can't hang out with each other 24/7.
We have a really strong team this year. We have a lot of incoming freshmen that are looking to make an impact, both on our team but in the SEC as a whole. We have a strong back end that is really going to support us in the pursuit of a championship this season.
We really do have like a good group of guys like who are hungry, who are willing to work hard, who want to be the best and will push each other to be the best. We got a couple new incomers, a couple of new freshmen who've come in, and they're pushing the upperclassmen to work harder, and so
it's sheer gratitude that we are able to pursue safety guidelines and in a way that we get to compete that other sports can't, unfortunately. And it's great that we're outside and we can have people come and spectate in a way that's safe.
I feel like everyone needs something to go on, and as long as we're following all the safety precautions, I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm just very grateful to be here.
I think there's only like 4 conferences or something having fall sports, and we're one of them, so very fortunate that we're able to run.
We've been on the sidelines for so long that we're just so grateful that we get to have a season and that we get to really show it off.
Being back with the team is quite enjoyable.
Well, Jeff, we know those cross-country runners enjoy running around, and we had some former Gator soccer players doing something really big. They were running around as well to Texas and New York to help during this very serious pandemic.
Yeah, really all over the country. I think everybody's lives have really been turned upside down throughout all this. So many unknowns and different things that are happening, but both of those players knew what they wanted to do, and they were ready for the challenge to help out as many people as they can.
And into the back of the net, a goal for the Gators. What a rip that was.
Shana Hudson has scored the goal.
Following her 4-year career for the Florida Gators, Shana Hudson went on to pursue a nursing degree, and in December of 2019, she became a CRNA. But before she could start her new job, the coronavirus pandemic hit.
I have 2.5 years of ICU experience. I've been training as a nurse anesthetist for the last, 2.5, 3 years. With the pandemic going on, it kind of pushed me in that direction where, New York City was where I needed to be.
So Hudson got on a plane and began working at a hospital in the middle of Manhattan.
I've been here for a little over 2 weeks, and it was pretty much right when, the crisis was the worst up here in New York City. So basically, as soon as I got here, we had a fast track 1 day of orientation, kind of all thrown at your face. You process whatever you can. And then the next day you kind of hit the ground running on the floor. And, the first week and a half or so, it was pretty crazy just trying to adapt to a new environment, not knowing anybody, being a traveler, not really knowing this, the type of care that we're supposed to give to these patients. And a lot of them were not surviving very long when they were brought to the ICU. And that's a very stressful environment as well.
One of the hardest things about this virus, Shana says, is families not being allowed at the bedside.
I think just the emotional side of it, adapting, seeing these families, break, it's been very hard for me mentally. Just having my own support system with family, friends, and even some of the other medical staff, just being able to talk to each other about, what we're going through. It's been a good way to kind of therapeutically, relieve ourselves.
While Hudson is helping in the center of the pandemic, another former Gator is also doing her part to help.
I'll be working in telemedicine, so sort of like this, ordering patients' tests if they qualify. I'm also going to be working at an open air clinic where they'll be doing those testing. So when I go to that outside clinic and they do the drive-through testing, I'll be in all the PPE and everything.
Lindsay Thompson has a unique tie to the pandemic as she tested positive and recovered from coronavirus back in March.
It feels, kind of surreal to be like, wow, I survived a pretty deadly virus, this wasn't just the flu. And, the flu is deadly too, but people my age all over the world are dying from this, and I do feel very lucky.
Lindsay and Shana are both doing all they can to help fight this deadly virus.
My mom's main thing is, are you going to donate your plasma? And so I can let you guys know I have signed up with the Red Cross. So I'm waiting for them to schedule with me a time where I could do that, because I think, people like me who recovered fairly quickly in comparison, it's something that you definitely want to do.
It's not every day the world is under a pandemic, so I'm able to contribute to help relieve some of these nurses, and I felt like that was kind of, when I became a nurse in 2014, that's what I signed up for.
For GatorZone, I'm Shelby Granath.
Well, Jeff, I know it doesn't surprise either of us that players that Becky Burley coach are out there doing amazing things for their community.
Yeah, no question. Becky's been around here for a couple of decades now. That leadership she shows is tremendous, and obviously she knows how to make sure those players are taken care of after their days are over. But when they were here, they were pretty good players on the field and always creating top plays, and that's where we go to next when we get back here on GatorZone. Well, we have made it to my favorite time, our top plays segment, although I can assure you that I didn't have many top plays in good old Library West back there. I wasn't studious like my partner Megan was.
I think Jeff may be giving me too much credit, but let's get to the best part of the show, your top plays.
Today's top plays are brought to you by Nike.
Meanwhile, what a defensive play by Torrey Grambo to clear it back to the Gators. Maddie Elwell will take the corner. Goes to right, Parler, one-time shot, punched over the bar by Espinosa. For the Commodores, it's their fifth. Ball rolled in, Rhodes puts it to the right foot, falling down, and the Gators are in the lead. The first of her young Gator career.
And it won't be her last. Maddie Rhodes, hungry in the box, opportunistic finish this one. The Gators work the ball up nicely down the right flank, and a searching ball splits the back line. Unable to handle it was the defender, Antoine, and there was Rhodes with the right foot, the big toe out, just far enough to tip it past the on-rushing Fuller.
Now her first career goal. This sent in. Espinosa again has to paddle that one over the bar.
Well, we've had a lot of fun out here. Plaza of the Americas, absolutely gorgeous campus here at the University of Florida. If you want to get to campus, remember there's still some football games to get out to. The atmosphere in the swamp was really tremendous. I know it was limited fans, but the 17,000 people plus the extra 2,000 cardboard cutouts, they were yelling, they were screaming. You can still get cardboard cutouts, by the way, to make sure that that happens. But come out, support these student athletes. They are tremendous.
Yeah, Jeff, it is really, it's definitely safe in there, but it's also still very fun. So make sure you get out there, try to get to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, Steve Spurrier Field, get in that atmosphere, and if you can't, we understand.
Sure.
And you can follow the Gators on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Jeff's new favorite, TikTok.
All over TikTok. That is what it's all about. We're glad that you were all over us for this show. We'll do it again every single week here throughout the fall season. For my partner
Megan Parler
and the great camera work of Jacob, I am Jeff Cardozo. We'll see you all next time.